Mr. Gilmer. Mr. Gilmer. Mr. Gilmer, thank you for coming in.
We have a couple questions we need you to answer.
Yeah? One of them questions, what I want to drink? Well, the answer is some water. No tap. I want that fancy bottled shit.
You can't smoke in here.
Seems that I can.
Mr. Gilmer, we're here today to talk to you about Frank Copper.
When's the last time you saw Frank Copper?
I'm beginning to think that I need one of them lawyers. You know, a little briefcase, fancy suit, name like Charleston.
Just answer the question.
Mr. Gilmer, please. When is the last time you saw Mr. Copper?
You know, perception is a vague matter. Like smoke, it fades away.
Gilmer, answer the question.
Well, since you're asking me so kindly, officer, I guess the last time I saw Frank was Thursday. No, Monday. Yeah, Monday's probably it.
Could you be a bit more specific?
Sure. Let's see, rained the night before, so the grass was wet. Left class early on suspension of acts of violence, some shit like that. Had Philly cheese for lunch and came home to a dozen fine lawmen like yourselves asking me about Frank. And there was this one fine lady. Had a wet dream about her that night.
Enough of this! When's the last time you saw Frank?
They sure don't make them like they used to, huh?
Go ahead. Traditional suburban family. All seems in order except the boy in the picture stops appearing at 16. Same kid took those pictures, all at the age of 17 to 19 years young. Share the same name as the boy in the family pictures too. Went on to change his last name to Gilmer.
Don't you think this whole idea of photographs is funny? You take someone, you put them in front of this lens, in front of this man-made machinery, and suddenly they're all smiles. Everyone's joyful and cheerful and happy and free. The eyes are the windows to the soul. It's bullshit. It's a lie. Because it's the full face we judge. You see someone walking down the street, tattoos, scars, you instantly label them a criminal. You take that same man, put him in a fancy suit, fancy haircut at the barber, and suddenly they're one of the good guys. See, just as you two walked in here and started judging me, I was judging you. But as soon as that camera's on, woo! We're equal. We're the same. We're the same. Right up until that flash goes off. And then we're back to judging each other again. It's an illusion. Creating these false senses of security to look back on when shit hits the fan. But if you're not in the picture, you may as well not even exist. You see, weak people hide in the pictures. Smart people observe from behind them.
Are you hiding, Mr. Gilmer?
All right, I've got a life to get back to. So what the fuck do you and Agent Smith here want from me?
Mr. Copper has been missing for some time now, and we are searching for anything and anyone who might point us in the right direction.
Well, you know what? You should get to digging, because hell sure ain't close.
What is your relationship with Celia Ramos?
Celia, what now?
Cut the shit, Gilmer. Celia Ramos, your mother?
No! No. My mother died way back. If you couldn't tell from all the pictures that she wasn't in. You know, since you two sure seem like looking at files so much, how about you have a look at her file, whatever remained of her? You mind?
Mrs. Ramos and Mr. Copper have been married for 17 years. She works at a local supermarket 5 days a week. She's a mother of 2. Johnny, 7 years old, and Molly, 5.
So why don't you go ask her about Frank? Or any of his precious little offspring? You know what? Let me tell you about my favorite story as a child.
Oh, shit. Fuck me.
There was once this little gray rabbit who lived with his mama in the great forest. You see, every day they'd go out and they'd hop on all the new trails and they'd eat all the berries they could eat. And then when the little rabbit got tired, he'd go back home to mama and rest. One particular night, he was out way too late, found himself all alone in the dark forest. Scared and crying and trying to find his way home, he came across a sneaky red fox. See, the red fox asked him, "Why you crying, little fella? What's wrong?" He said, "I lost my mama. I can't find her." He said, "Don't worry. If you can't find her now, you'll be sure to find her at the Black Forest Masquerade every animal attends every year." He wiped his eyes, he lit up. He was so excited to finally find his mama. And then the night came, the Black Forest Masquerade. He showed up, he sees animals everywhere. Everyone's having a grand old time, drinking and dancing and eating all the berries they could eat. He'd go up to this group of rabbits and say, "Mama, are you here? I'm searching for my mama. Can you help me?" His mom was nowhere to be found. And neither was that sneaky red fox. You see, every year, he'd go back to that masquerade looking for his mama. And every year he'd leave disappointed.
What's the point?
The point is, I'm about to take a bite out of this delicious sandwich, and I'm all out of drinks. How about another glass of your exquisite water? No. Not you. Officer Friendly here did such a fine job last time, I wouldn't want to risk in quality.
Mrs. Ramos is hospitalized. Been in a coma for 4 days at this time. Fractured ribs, broken nose, and severe head trauma. Found at home by a neighbor Girl Scout laying motionless in her own feces. The last time Mr. Copper was seen was 2 days prior to Mrs. Ramos being found. Reason you're here today is because your mother had a similar case. Except Mrs. Ramos still has a chance, but it's getting slimmer by the second. We believe your father might be involved.
Hunter and hunted.
Pardon?
Humans are predators by nature. But as we became more civilized, we decided to ignore our primitive instincts. But at the end of the day, those primal instincts always come back. And those that choose to ignore it often fall victim. You see, in order to survive, one must kill its own prey, even if that means killing a part of yourself. Frank's a hunter. Seems like this Ramos shake was his prey. The rabbit was looking in the right direction. But for the wrong thing.